Thursday night football on Prime. Dolphins Bills, AFC matchup in the East, and we got a free play with analysis coming up right here, right now. Hi, this is Steve Merrill, WagerTalk.com, right back here on Wager Talk TV. And we cashed in big last week. We did it all last season. You know, the Thursday night videos last year were incredible, hitting over 70% against the spread. Gave you the Cowboys in week one, and then we officially got back on Prime last week with the Packers and the under. So already 3-0 this year on the Thursday night free picks. This is an ugly game, but I do have something for you. I'm going to give you a team total. So let's talk about this game. Dolphins are going to be the contrarian call here. The public will be heavy on Buffalo. I don't do Thursday night games in my Fade the Public video, which will be up later this weekend. But my guess is the Bills will be one of the more public sides this week. It'll be a huge survivor pick, obviously, at -13. And I do think Buffalo wins this game. But it's hard for me to lay nearly 2 touchdowns and fade what is a real contrarian dog here. Dolphins did show a little bit of life, I guess, getting on the scoreboard with 27 points against New England, but they still struggled to run the ball. They've had absolutely no rushing attack in the first 2 games. 78 against the Colts, 61 against the Patriots. And this is a huge step up in class. They were not, facing world beaters with Indianapolis and New England. Now they're facing one of the best teams in the league. And as I tell you all the time, road teams have a disadvantage on Thursday night football because both teams have just 3 days of prep time, but the road team loses a day with travel. And then the weaker team has a disadvantage as well because the weaker team doesn't have more time to game plan. I think with less preparation time, better talent wins out in all sports. So not looking to fade Buffalo in this one. So really staying off the side. Let's look at the total. Bills defense looked really suspect against the Ravens in week one. They looked better against the Jets last week, holding them to 154 yards. Not sold on this Jets offense. That makes you wonder how good the Steelers are when the Jets put up 32 in week one against Pittsburgh. But Buffalo's offense has looked capable in both games. Got off to that fast 7-0 start against the Ravens. And that is often the case when teams score in their opening drive, they lull a little bit. But we saw them break out in the fourth quarter, and they carried that momentum into New York last Sunday, 224 rushing yards, 179 passing, but they had 389 passing against the Ravens the week before. This is a very balanced attack. So over 49 is probably in play. The problem is, do you trust the Dolphin offense? McDaniel's on the hot seat. We saw Virginia Tech's coach Pry get fired after week 3. Could the Dolphin coach be far behind from getting fired this season? So let's just take Miami out of the equation for both the side and total. Let's look at a team total with Buffalo. Now, I'm doing this video on Monday afternoon. We got it up nice and early for you last week. Got over 37,000 views here on YouTube. Thank you, by the way, to each and every one of you that watched last week. Click the thumbs up, like, and then went an extra step and left a comment below because that does help more people find the videos as well. But it also helps that we're 3-0 so far this year on the Thursday night games, and we had a fantastic record last year on the Prime games here on the channel as well. So we're going to go with the team total Bills over. Now, I'm doing this on Monday, as I mentioned. Pinnacle opened 29.5, which I actually really like that team total. Problem is they juiced it because the money quickly came in on the over. Pinnacle, of course, is a sharp sports book. They take balanced action. They move the lines accordingly. Sharp money quickly hit that up to -145, 147. Bookmaker is at 30.5 over -124. So I'd like over 30 or less, which is kind of a key number. Bills had several games of exactly 30 points last year, but realistically, when this game kicks off on Thursday night, I expect the consensus line to be 30.5. So we'll use that here for the video. Buffalo over 30.5 or less. Now, 31 is a key number also, so we want to get 30, 30.5 on that Bills team total. And once again, Pinnacle does have a 29.5 over juiced about -147. I think Buffalo gets into the 30s here. Explosive offense, home spotlight game on national TV. And if we dig deeper into the stats, while the Dolphins haven't had a good start at 0-2, if you look at their numbers rushing, yes, they've only averaged 70 yards a game, but they're averaging 5 yards per carry, which is a pretty solid number. So maybe there's a little more life there. And Buffalo has shown a suspect run D at times over the last couple years. But what really jumps out to me is how bad the Miami pass defense has been, giving up over 9 yards per pass, 79% completions in these first 2 games. Hey, if you got Josh Allen, 100% of the people in ESPN Fantasy own him. 97% started them against the Ravens. I didn't check what it was last week. I would think you want to start Josh Allen this week on Thursday if you have him in your fantasy lineup. Some player props for Buffalo would be worth a look over as well. Obviously, if I look at the game total over for the Bills over 30.5, I like player props over. Any Josh Allen props over would make sense. Completions, passing yards, receptions, whatever you want to look at. I think Buffalo has success throwing the ball, and I think that helps the player props for receivers and the quarterback. and also the team total get up and over. So that's how we're playing Thursday night football. Not a pretty game, but could be a profitable one for you, as it's been for us the last couple of years with NFL on Prime. Thursday night, 8:15 Eastern. Hey, comment below. How are you attacking this game? Sides, totals, player props. What are you looking at on Thursday night football? Do you think the Dolphins bounce back? Are they the contrarian underdog this week? Or do the Bills rout them? Let me know your thoughts. I do truly read the comments and I'll reply back. And once again, I love the support. Thumbs up, like is all I ask. I will keep these free play videos coming. It takes 2 seconds to click the thumbs up like button. If you have a couple more seconds, drop a comment. We love that as well. But thumbs up, like goes a long way to keeping this content free and plentiful here on Wager Talk TV. And make sure you never miss out on free pick videos. I do baseball videos throughout the week, tons of college and pro football free pick videos, including my top 25 video this weekend for college football on Friday, NFL Fade the Public video, which is up by Saturdays. When you subscribe here to Wager Talk TV, which is free, be sure to click the bell as well to get an instant alert when these free play videos go up each and every day of the week. If you like my personal best bets, check out my page, SteveMerrillWagerTalk.com. And by the way, I post a bonus free play every day on my page. So yeah, a lot of free content here in the videos, but a daily free play, which is my last cut from my best bet card, goes up for everybody on my page, SteveMerrillWagerTalk.com. Daily best bets are 25 per play, 39 for a day, or get 7 days and nights this week only for just $69 with the very special promo code SM69. It's that simple. You get 7 days and nights of college and pro football and baseball by using that promo code you see on your screen right now, SM69. SM69 gets the next 7 days and nights whenever you want to start this week. 7 straight days and nights of college and pro football and baseball best bets. And I know we're talking football, but don't sleep on baseball. Finished last year on an incredible 57-28 run through the World Series, and we have over a month and a half still in the baseball season. We have a ton of college and pro football. 7 days and nights for just $69 with promo code SM69. It's 69, dudes. That's the only promo code you need this week to get all sports, all access. If you're over 50, you remember Bill and Ted. No, that's not a young Steve Merrill and a young Dan Alexander, our producer of this video. That's Bill and Ted. 69, dude. They got the deal. You can get it too with SM69 right now on my page, SteveMerrillWagerTalk.com. And you can get there quicker with shortcut wt.buzz/SM. George Carlin in that movie brings in the not a hot tub time machine, but the phone booth time machine. Just one day I need a time machine and I could go back and make a killing in the financial markets and the sports betting markets. What day would you go back to bet sports? I'd have to be a Super Bowl because I remember all those scores. But seriously, drop it in the comments below. Financial markets, would you go buy, say, Tesla or Apple back in the 90s, or would you make a sports bet if you had a phone booth time machine like Bill and Ted? I do truly read the comments. I reply back. Love the support here. Love the insight. And, hey, let's learn and earn and win together here on Wager Talk TV. Hey, one final note for you. If you follow me on social media, I know many of you do, be sure to check me out on X every day. I put links to my free play videos. I put free plays up there as well. Also on Instagram, at Steve Merrill. You see in the bottom corner of the screen there, 2 R's, 1 L, MERRIL, at Steve Merrill on X and Instagram. And as of this week, it looks like TikTok might be legal finally in the U.S. Do I dare get on TikTok for the first time in my life? Comment below. Let me know if you want free picks on TikTok, and I will make it happen. I'm a man of the people. I do what you say. So comment below. And I will maybe be on TikTok here sooner than later. But as of now, follow me on X and Instagram at Steve Merrill, 2 R's, 1 L. And stay tuned here to Wager Talk TV because you know there's more free play videos coming up next.